Good morning, grade 8 students, and welcome to today's lesson 8D, Speak and Write. Please open your student's book, page 105. Let's get started with the learning objectives. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to express your opinion about weather through describing your worst weather experience fluently. Compose a short paragraph to reply to a message in a discussion forum without error. Have a look at the picture on the right. What is the breaking news about? Excellent! Clearly, it's about the weather conditions. Now, what kinds of ideas come into your head when we say the word weather, dear students? That's right. You might think of storms, rain, thunder and lightning. That's wonderful. Wind, fog, or maybe clouds, hail, or you might think of sunshine, of course. Great job, dear students. Have you ever had a bad weather experience? Look at the following photo for some people experiencing bad weather conditions. Try to describe it. Pause the video for a while and think about it. Now let's share some answers. What can you tell me about this photo? Correct. It's snowing heavily. Well done. It's freezing outside. Wonderful. It's a frosty morning. Very good. There is ice on the windows. Now, what about the second one? How can you describe it? Excellent. The sky is dark black. It's raining heavily. It's dull and cloudy. Excellent. Thunder is getting louder and louder. You are amazing. Now let's move on to the third photo. What do you think? Well done. It's stormy. The wind is blowing strongly. It's getting colder. The wind feels icy cold. Now the last photo. How can you describe it? Wonderful! A massive sandstorm has hit the city. Strong and dry wind is blowing. It's difficult to see. You are amazing. It's difficult to breathe. Wonderful. Great job, dear students. Now let's move on to Speak and Write, Activity A, page 105. In this activity, you are going to talk about your worst weather experience. Of course, we have many examples of extreme weather. Can you mention some of them? Yes. Hurricanes. A hurricane is a storm with a violent wind. Tsunamis. Correct. A tsunami is a series of waves caused by earthquakes. Floods. That's right. A flood is an overflow of water that covers an area that is usually dry. Ice storms. Very good. It's a storm in which frozen rain falls and covers everything with ice. Droughts. Great job. Most people think of it as a period of unusually dry weather, a long period when there is little or no rain. Sandstorms. A sandstorm is a strong wind carrying clouds of sand with it, especially in a desert. Now choose one of these or whatever experience you want. Answer any questions your partner may have. Think about when this happened, where you were, who you were with, what the weather was like, what happened, how you reacted, and how you felt. Pause the video for a while and try to do the activity. This is a suggested answer. Have you experienced any bad weather conditions? Unfortunately, I have. When did this happen? Last weekend. We decided to go hiking with my brother. We checked the weather forecast before we left. The sun was shining and there were no clouds in the sky. So what happened? As we got further up the mountain, black clouds appeared in the sky, and the strong wind started blowing. Then we heard thunder. We realized that a storm was coming. And what did you do? We had to go back immediately. As we were going down the mountain, it started raining. Also, it was so foggy that we couldn't see a thing. How did you feel? Well, my brother was really scared, but I tried to stay calm. Fortunately, our parents were waiting for us near the bottom of the mountain. It rained for the rest of the day, but luckily we were at home warm and safe. Now have a look at Activity B. In this activity, you are going to reply to the message on the discussion forum below. What's a discussion forum, dear students? Pause the video for a while, search the internet, and find out what it means. So what's a discussion forum? Excellent! A discussion forum, also known as message board, discussion board, and online forum, is a general term for any online bulletin board where you can leave and expect to see responses to messages you have left. Now let's have a look at the message we have on the discussion forum. What's your worst weather experience? Reply to the message and write about the experience you discussed in Activity A. Don't forget, dear students, to mention when this happened. Specify the time. Was it last year? 5 years ago? When you were 10 years old? Etc. Where you were. Specify the place. Who you were with. Were you with your family? Friends? Etc. What the weather was like. Was it snowy, rainy, foggy? What happened that day? How you reacted? What did you do? How you felt? Were you scared, for example? Or calm? Or worried? Etc. Now pause the video for a while and do the activity. These are some real replies to the question, what's your worst weather experience? Adam wrote, my worst weather experience was being out on Lake Michigan in an open boat with only tarps and umbrellas for protection during a nasty thunderstorm. I was never more convinced in my life that I was going to die that day. It was terrifying. Paul wrote, I had to wait once for the bus for an hour to go to class because I didn't have a car, and it was minus 40 degrees with the wind chill. I think I actually got a minor case of frostbite because I couldn't feel my hands and feet for several hours afterwards, and they were discolored. Patrick wrote, I was with my family in Middletown for my brother's baseball game. It started off well. They were winning. But then I noticed something frightening in the sky. Dark clouds. I instantly wanted to leave. But my mother didn't want to, because she wanted to watch the game. It wasn't a while later when the clouds came over the field. Then the clouds opened up in all their fury. It instantly started downpouring, bringing huge booms of thunder that would have shaken your whole house. The lightning was frequent. I crammed into my aunt's old van, still crying. All I remember after that is going to sleep and waking up near my house. That was the most terrifying encounter with weather I've ever had. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.